The trades.
I don't know if you're gonna want these kids. Like, they're pretty dumb, but they're free.
Along.
Well, we look like we have it together.
Yeah.
Look at us. We have a podcast. Welcome to episode 26 of the Duncan and Deanna Show, where we talk about homeschool, health, and lots of other stuff. Mostly lots of other stuff, because we don't talk about homeschool and health ever.
I don't know why.
It sounded good, right?
What?
That's why we said it. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Maybe we should talk about it more. But you know what? I was at the career fair today. Did 2 presentations. Still dressed
really?
up. Yeah.
How'd those go?
I did one
wing
to win it.
Wing it.
Wing it. I had a slideshow I made with AI. 2 slideshows because I did 2 separate presentations.
Really?
One to high school kids and I did one to adults.
Nice.
To the general public. And so funny. Same as last year. There's other people that do presentations, but most of the people there are like employees, right? Not too many people that own companies goes to this thing.
Okay.
So they're like, they don't really want to do the presentations and they probably get booked in for them and they're like, yeah, whatever. And their presentations are usually generally fairly poor. They're just like, no enthusiasm, right? Well, you should come work here because we have health benefits and good retirement packages. And like, you're talking to high school kids, they don't care about retirement packages. They aren't even ever going to work for you long enough to get one. But anyway, this one, and like the people that are setting it up, they do their best, I think, but they could definitely do better. Well, they do. Like, I don't think they intentionally make it poor, but they have. This time, it's always in a different venue, so it makes it hard to know what's going to happen. But this time, they had like the presentations are in some classrooms in the school.
Oh, it was at school?
Yeah, it was at the school.
Okay.
So the presentations were in classrooms in the school, and then the things in the gymnasium. So like no kid even knows there's presentations because it's probably like poorly it's set up. Mm-hmm. Which so they could work on that, and I have some ideas, and I should probably run it by them and help them set it up better because it's 2 years in a row now that's been pretty weak for the presentation side of it. Like the career fair in general is okay, but they're doing these presentations and nobody's going to want to do them. Most of the people that did the presentations had nobody in the classroom.
Oh, really?
So they just stood in there for their 15 minutes and do a presentation, and they packed their stuff up.
Yeah.
And some of them had one person. I went and looked one time because Tess was like, there's nobody. So I was like, oh, I'm going to go check one and see, stroke my ego a little bit. So I like went and looked in, and there was one kid.
Oh.
What? And there was 2 presenters and the teacher person that sets it up. So there was 3 people that were presenting. Like the lady that sets stuff isn't presenting, but she's sitting there at the front. And then there's the 2 presenters, and there's one kid in the back corner sitting there like this, chin on his hands, watching. And it's just like so poor. And so anyway.
Which is not their fault, really. It's the...
No, it is their fault too.
No, like they didn't let people know.
Yeah. So the presenters don't set it up well. Or the people that organize the show, but the presenters don't do a good job either because they don't get people in there. So there's a mic and the buddy's announcing all day, next we have presentation, blah, but nobody hears. I shouldn't make fun of the guy. I do like George that runs the thing, and he probably even will watch this video. I don't know.
Oh, really? Hi, George.
I don't know if he'll watch it, but like he's like announcing all day, and the reason I was saying it funny is because nobody hears him because it's like noisy in there. They're all talking to people about careers or whatever, or they're just goofing around because they're kids. Nobody hears a word he says. So when he's like, Faribault's presenting in 5 minutes in room 207, like nobody hears that. So we went to the room. Yeah, we went there. And the other lady, she's like, yeah, there was nobody there. It was awesome. I didn't even have to do a presentation. I'm like, that's not, I want the room packed, right? So I'm like, go in the room and there's nobody in there. And we're setting up. I'm like, okay, this ain't going to work. I was like, I'm going to go get people. So as I left the room, I saw one kid I'd already talked to and told him, like, go to room 207. We're doing a thing. And he was a cool guy. Like, he was interested in working for us this summer. And so I told him, and he was on his way to the room with his buddy. So there was 2 of them. And I said, hey man, there's nobody in there. We need to fill this place up. Like, can you round some kids up? And he like turns around, there's this whole group of guys coming down the hall. He's like, I could probably get them in there. So he like gets them, and meanwhile I go into the gymnasium again, and I find George, and I'm like, George, there's nobody in there. Last presenter had nobody. I need to do an announcement or whatever. He's like, yeah, I was just going to do another one. I was like, can I get on the mic and do an announcement? Because there's nobody in there. So then I went over. He's like, oh, you want to do it? Well, sure. Same thing he said last year, right? I did one last year, and I packed the place when I did it last year. So I went, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to get people's attention, because I just start blabbing. Nobody's going to hear me. So I like loudly into the mic, which made it really loud in the gym. And I was like, what did I say?
Make a fart noise.
No, I said, can I please have your attention? And it like, you could hear a little bit of people here. And I 4 times I said that, quieted the gym right down. But you could tell it was like, he was like, getting uncomfortable almost, because anyway, it didn't, long story short. And then I said, hey, we're doing an announcement we're doing a presentation on having a purpose and goals and where you want to go in life and whatever. And I probably should have thought up how I was going to say that. It was kind of a last minute, right? I don't think, I maybe got like 1 kid to come in to the room 207 from doing that. But it was just cool to me that like, I just had to, like, he should have been doing that every time. Can I please get your attention until they quieted down and listened to what he had to say? And it worked really well. It worked well to quiet it down. It did not work well to get people in the room. But I probably had 10 to 15 kids in there, did my presentation. So that was cool. With the adult one, same thing. Nobody was, even worse, nobody was going in the rooms. I was doing a presentation on AI. So we went in there, nobody in there. Person before, yeah, I didn't even have to do my presentation. I'm like, same thing. I'm like, I'm doing my presentation to people. I don't want to just do it to Tessa and Sadie. So I went back out, and and there was one dude that was in there already. I'm like, sweet. I'm like, I got to go find some people. And then this other lady, this East Indian lady that I told, hey, I'm doing a presentation on AI, I was like telling her, because she was wanting a job. And I'm like, do you know how to use AI? She's like, never used AI. I'm like, if you told me you were an expert on AI, I would be interested in hiring you. But haven't even used it. I'm not at all interested, because I don't think you have skills that we need. And I was like, I'm doing a presentation in 2 minutes on AI. What are you doing? I'm doing a presentation in 2 minutes. And so she was on her way, but I went out, I'm like, okay, I got to go round some people up. And so one guy that was in there, kind of a more shy kind of guy or whatever, like not real. He's like, oh, you want me to come help? I'm like, yeah, come along. So we go out, and I just instantly just start telling everybody, hey, I'm doing a presentation on AI right away. It's starting right now in room 207. It's just behind the office. I just start, every single person I could like get their attention I was telling, and I just went around, told everybody, and he like told like 2 people. He kind of followed me around, and he's like, well, and he starts telling a couple people. Anyway, we got like 4 or 5, 6 maybe people in there, 6 or 7, 6, 7 people in there. Yeah, so we had a few. So I did my AI presentation. But anyway, that's a lot of talking.
That is
But I was pretty excited about it. I love that stuff. Like, I actually get massive amounts of energy off doing like home shows, those type of shows, doing presentations, all of that. Like, some people, it wears them right out. Me, I get throughout the day, got less and less tired towards the end of the day, and you can see I'm like super fired up still about it. So I love that stuff. I wish I could just do that every single day.
Really?
Yeah.
You were born to be a salesman then?
It gets me so excited. I don't know about salesman, depending on it's
maybe you're just a people
something
person.
with like presenting to I'd love to present to like 10,000 people.
Really? That is literally my nightmare.
Like, that would be a blast. Hi. What is with this cat? It never chills this close to me.
That is hilarious.
Anyway, so that was cool. But the crazy thing, and I talked, last year I did the video, but if you're an old guy coming to the show, that's your fault that you don't have a job right now. And a bunch of people got mad about that video. Mm-hmm. That's where I think we got Donald, our hater, from originally.
Yeah. Which I can't believe you haven't blocked him yet. I reported him the other day. Donald, you reported.
Report him for what?
For harassment.
Oh, whatever. He's just an old guy that needs something to do. Anyway.
Don't like you, Donald.
Yeah, he's probably a nice guy. Like online, people are always nasty, but the dude's probably actually nice in real life.
Yeah, but if you're nasty online and nice in real life, you're not nice.
I don't know. Because sometimes he comments stuff that's nice.
What? I've never seen it.
Yeah. It's pretty rare, like twice ever. Anyway.
Never seen it.
So I was like, ever since we did that video, I'm like, maybe I was a little harsh, or whatever.
But are you standing behind your words now?
I am. I was like telling Tessa, I'm like, these, I was like, the adults that come are generally pretty unemployable, but we'll see. So then it's like 4:00 and they were lined up, I guess, because then I hear them make
the adults come like after?
Yeah, they can't come to school while school's on, right?
Right. Uh-oh.
What's going on there?
Don't know.
Anyway,
so sleeping.
So it's that bathroom light shines in there insanely bright. I was laying in bed there the other day with Rain, and I was like, this is ridiculous.
Well, Rain likes it on so she can read.
She just needs to be sleeping, not reading.
In a book? Where'd your suitor go?
What do you think, Kat?
Okay, we have a...
Why are you being so friendly? Getting hair all over me. Dandruff.
This book? I'm coming.
I'm whistling at the cat.
It's so funny, just laying on your arm.
But so I was thinking, I might have been a little harsh with saying, if you're whatever I said in the video about old people, and then I said to Tess, I'm like, just watch, you'll see like most of these people that come, they're unemployable, or they're like they're not. I don't know what you want to say. I keep saying stuff, I'll get in trouble again. But so like 4:00, George is announcing like, welcome to I'm like, who's he talking to? And Tessa's like, they're coming in right now, and these people are coming in, and it's like zombie apocalypse. Is what it looks like. No, but like just a ragged crowd. Oh, it was crazy. And you're like looking, whatever, don't judge a book by its cover. I mean, I'm going to judge books by their cover a lot. The cover, it gives
it good.
It gives you a pretty good idea. And I think that's a dumb saying, because like maybe you can't judge a book by its cover, but a person ain't a book.
You can judge a lot by
I would say.
A person's cover.
You can, to a degree. I've definitely made wrong judgments just by looking at someone. But just like even how they dress, like they're intentionally coming to a career fair. So you would assume that they're looking for a career or at least a job. Mm-hmm. So you would assume that you're going to come as presentable as you can. And
they're not.
No.
I've never been to a career fair. No, I haven't.
I was joking with Tessa, but I'm like, I think they just rolled out of bed at 4:00 to show up at the career fair. Like, people are just dressed like bums. Like, seriously. Just ragged and like, man. Crazy to me. Like, you want to show up your best self. And maybe they are showing up their best self. And then that's like even worse. But they are at the career fair, and I say that if you're older, if you're at a career fair and you're not in high school, it's a weird spot to look for a job.
Yeah.
There was one carpenter guy that was there, and he almost looked like he'd rather not be there. He was there with I don't know if it was his mom and his wife or girlfriend, or it was his mother-in-law and his wife, whatever she was. Anyway, he was good. He seemed like he could be good, and hopefully he applies, because he could be really good, I think. Moved from PEI last summer. And
the East Coasters are a really solid bunch.
Yeah. And then who else? A couple other people, but you pick them out instantly. You're like, okay, I need to talk to that person because they look like they could actually...
They look normal.
You could hire them. Looks like you could hire them, and they wouldn't be a drag on the whole company. Mm-hmm. And they'd show up. the rest of the people, yeah, it was pretty rough.
Is it like...
And I think that I guess to finish my thought, sorry, just before you say that, when you're over whatever age where you should have a job or a career and you're at a career fair, you either don't know how to use a phone, don't know how to use a computer, you're an alcoholic, or you're on EI and you got to apply to a bunch of places so you can keep your EI going.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
EI. Sounds wrong because you're used to AI.
It's called employment insurance.
Right. Yeah.
It used to be unemployment insurance, UEI or whatever it used to be called. But it's EI. Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, like really, and then outside that, there's a few that trickle in that are like, okay, that could be decent. There was a grade 10 kid whose mom was kind of poking him in the back, but he actually seemed really solid. And I told him if he applied, like 90% chance he's going to get a job with us this summer. Because I was like, I can tell you're a solid dude. I like guys like you. You'd fit in good with us. Your mom looks half decent. She's standing there 3 feet away from him. Like, your mom looks like she's got her life put together. Yeah. No, she was. And then she's like, so funny. Actually, to parents, when you have your kids, do not apply for a job for your kids. I will not hire your kid if your mom applies for you. No. Will not. 100% will not. And Esther tried to get her boys to work with us at one point a couple of years ago, several years ago. They never applied, and she's like messaging me about it. But do not apply for your kids. Tell them, go get a job. You go apply. Mm-hmm. And if you're at a career fair with your kid, don't stand there right beside them. Say,
wait,
hey, there's
in the car.
I saw these guys, like, go check them out. And then if you want to watch, go stand off in a conspicuous distance that nobody can tell you're there. But like, so we're literally talking, me and the kid, and then she just kind of interrupts, but not to me. Like, she's like coaching him. Like, yeah, so now you should ask for his first and last name, shake hands with him, and get his email address so you can email him. And I'm standing right there, and I'm like, well, so the funny thing, when he first came out, because I see this every once in a while, like grade 10.
Okay.
He's standing there, and I could see his mom, and I'm like, he's like, everyone I was talking to, I was like, are you looking for a career? Because they're at a career fair, so I was saying that, and people are like, oh, no. And I'm like, what are you doing here? But anyway, this kid's like, yeah, I'm a carpenter, or whatever, I'm taking carpentry. And I was like, oh, yeah, and your mom's standing here with a gun to your back, or what? Because she's like standing there, like just awkward, like 4 feet off behind the kid. And he's like, looked over, he's like, no, definitely not, or whatever. And she could hear me too, obviously. And then she kind of like moves closer during the thing. And then that's when she said that too. And I was like, your mom does have a gun to your back. And it was dear. So, and you could, and when she was doing that, he's like, mom. You know, like how annoying. Like you want to pull your kid's self-esteem down as you come in as he's talking to a potential employer. The conversation is going really well, and then you start telling him what he should do.
That's hilarious.
Oh, it's so funny. I mean, I know that she just wants the best for her kid and whatever, and she does seem like a really nice lady. And then she's like, farm kid, and I'm like, oh, what do you farm? And he's like, no, we just live on an acreage. And I'm like, oh, a hobby farm? And they're like, yeah, we got some chickens and stuff. I'm like, oh, cool. But just, I would say if you're a parent, just back off. Tell your kid, go get a job. Don't leave there without having like 3 prospects of a good job. Mm-hmm. And then follow up with them and whatever and coach them in the background. But you don't
train
be
them
there,
at home.
You don't be there with your kid and role play it. Like you could role play it. Hey, you know, why should I hire you, kid? Like pretend you're some mean guy, whatever. Yeah. But anyway, you were going to say something earlier and I kind of wanted to finish my thought and then it went on and on.
Yeah. Well, I've been to a career fair before, but it was like mostly, it's like the RCMP or something. And then there was another one that was like, a bunch of college or universities and stuff like that. Was it just like a bunch of local businesses?
No. Mostly no local business. There's a couple. There's a bunch of universities, the RCMP, a security guard place.
Yeah, like the forestry people.
Yeah.
All that.
A mill.
Yeah, same as.
And like honestly, I'm pretty biased, but I'm the only place I'd want to work out of all the places there. Unless I want to be a cop for some reason. But like a security guard? Who flipping wants to be a security guard? And then you could work at the mill. There was a mill there. Okay. Might be an okay job. And then there was some other thing. If there was a bunch of universities and colleges and stuff.
Yeah.
Which I told the kids when I did my
Sweet for a
presentation to
career
the kids, I was like talking about you need to have a purpose in your life. Because you know what? If you don't have a purpose, you don't have a direction, you don't have something you're shooting for, you end up like the guys that are showing up there that are 60 years old.
Did you say that?
I didn't say that to them then. If I'd have done it at the end of the day to the high school kids, I would have said that. Because then I re-saw those people, like the people, I'm like, you do not want to end up 60 years old, worked for 30 years already, or whatever, so you'd be 50, say. You don't want to be at a career fair trying to find a job when you've already worked 30 years and now you're like, I need a job. Oh.
Yeah.
And then the other thing, like there's some of the younger guys, like, oh yeah, what do you want to do? Stuff. Oh, I want to be an electrician, but you know, I just got to start and do some construction, you know, to get my foot in the door. I'm like, you want to be an electrician? Just go be an electrician. Call every electrical company, apply to every electrical company. You're going to get a job. Guaranteed. Unless you're a bum. Like, be eager, be excited. Hey, I want to be an electrician. There's another guy. Oh, ideally, I'd like to be a plumber. Well, then go be a plumber. Go apply to be a plumber. What are you doing wandering around a career fair? You want to be a plumber? Call all the plumbing places. Go on all their websites. Put all your resumes in. Apply to however they want you to. Do all the stuff they want. Jump through the hoops. Go talk to them in person. Just get out there and be like, yeah, I'm super excited. I want to be a plumber. Don't be like, oh, well, I don't know what I want to do. I was like, well, what do you think you'd want to do? Well, I'd like to be a plumber. But, you know, I've been a roofer. I've done this. Then go be a plumber.
One of my friends was saying that her kids are in high school, that there's a program through their high school anyway that you can go and test out all the trades.
No, we had those kids work for us for free last year. I don't know why we didn't get that this year or something like that.
I thought that was a good idea. Like for high school students, like you go and
we got to go to the college when I was in high school and check out all the trades and do little mini stuff. Get a tour of what they're doing.
But I think she said it was like a 12-week program. They go around to all the different trades.
No, we had just had the same kids. Oh, yeah, that might have been what they were doing. I think it's what it was. They basically take the kids that they think are dumb. Because the school, they literally do. They're just like,
everyone like, you're going to end up in the trades.
I don't know if you're going to want these kids. Like, they're pretty dumb. But they're free.
They're pretty dumb.
And I'm like, sweet, I want them. Because if you think they're dumb, they're probably good. Because they are. And they were good.
Yeah.
It was good. I don't know why that didn't happen this year. I need to call that lady. Because it should have happened. We should have some right now. Weird. I got to call her. Mm-hmm. I thought of that today. I'm like, I thought we were going to get this every year. Get like 8 kids to give them a demo on framing. Because it went well last time. They only had one WCB report. Not on my insurance. It's on the school. It's on the government of BC. They're actually slaves to the government of BC. Gives them to us for free. They are. They're not paid. And the government of BC is their employer, but it's not paying them. But it's covering the insurance. So they're slaves.
Yeah. Well, they just
and if they don't show up,
school,
they get dinged.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're slaves.
Pretty nice. I guess.
It's handy
it's
for
a good
us.
idea for.
And you're supposed to, you can't, if, you can't need people and use these people to fill those spots. But like, of course you're going to fill some spots with them. Otherwise they'd never learn a thing. They'd just be floating around.
Yeah, they wouldn't have anything to do.
Yeah. Yeah, anyway, that was fun. I need to go to bed. But do you have anything else to say? Because you didn't get to say much this time.
No. I would like to, though.
I feel like this cat right now. Wearing off now.
I would like to go to a show, though, and run the show. I think it would be fun.
Oh. I was actually going to tell you that you should... I was thinking of it, but too late. Like yesterday, I was like, you should see if someone will look after the kids. Because it was only from noon till 6. We could have dropped the kids off somewhere. Oh, yeah. Or even you could have come in like a couple hours early and been there for a couple hours anyway. It would have been fun. As it is fun. But
just waiting to get
once
hired.
The kids get a bit older, we can do so many shows. I got a pile of shows to do.
Well, you can take some of the kids when they get older. You need to start training them up. They need to have a sales class.
Yeah, they do. Well, I got them Cardone U for kids. You should just get them to do it.
I didn't know they had that.
Yeah. They can go on there and learn sales and finance and money.
I should look it up.
Well, I bought it, so I bought a year of it. We're probably 6 months in. We used it one time.
Okay, I didn't know anything about it.
I have to find the login and we'll send it to you. But what was I going to say?
They just need to work on
the
communications, and I think they'd be good.
Yeah. Well, that course will teach them probably. But they have to be able to read a little bit to be able to do it. I think that's why we never did much with it.
Oh.
Because there's a little bit of reading to do. To look at it again. Send it to you. But yeah, shows are fun. I love it. I got
It's good. I'm glad you love it.
like 10 or 11, 10 shows, I think. Once April starts, the first week in April, I don't have a show. And then I have 3 in April and 2 in May, all back to back. 5 weekends.
It's crazy.
I got 3 weekends coming up right now. One of them with 2 shows, so 4 shows. And then 5 shows. And then a break, and then 5 shows.
Crazy. I've heard some people say, like wives, mothers, be like, oh, like when you're doing something fun, like if you're at the beach or whatever, doing something fun with the kids, like, oh, don't you feel bad that your husband has to be like working?
Yeah.
And we're just like hanging out at the beach? And I say no. Because I'm like, Duncan loves his job so much.
Yeah.
That he would much rather be working right now than sitting at the beach all day.
I would not want to be sitting at the beach all day. Like going to the beach for about an hour or so is good. If we have spike ball and some people to play it with, I can hang out for 2 or 3. But like to just be at the beach all day, that would drive me nuts. Like I would start to go
and
crazy.
And not just the beach, like other fun things. But I'm like, no, I think
just
Duncan's
dingling around all day.
Fairly happy where he's at right now.
The odd time, like last night.
Thank goodness I'm not at work.
Last night I was sitting at supper and I was just watching Laska, and she's like getting a lot older. And I was kind of sad. I was thinking about how like you're lucky because you get to spend so much time with the kids.
Yeah, but I still
Not many
get
people
sad
spend
too.
that much time with their kids. Like even moms. But like you spend a crazy amount more time with them than I do. Mm-hmm. Like I'll spend an hour of a day with them where you'll spend 10 in that same day, every day. That's a lot of more time. I'm spending a tenth of the time. So I'm like...
Well, you can have them for the day anytime you want.
Yeah, I know, but I can't either. And
Sunday, they're all yours.
Yeah, I thought about it. And I was like, yeah, I was a little bit sad. I was looking at her and like, she's getting older and like, she's already 7.
Almost
We're going to be married 10 years pretty soon, which doesn't feel very long. It was 15 years ago I graduated, which feels like it was not 15 years ago. Like I was talking to the kids today and I'm like 14, 15 years ago. And I'm like, what? 15 years ago? Now I feel old when I'm talking to them. At first, because I feel like I'm the same age as some of those guys. Like I could hang out with them and we could have a lot of fun. Like I'm super young
the
inside.
Young guys?
Yeah.
Yes, which I worked with somebody that was in their like probably 60s, early 60s. And I remember when I was like 20, when I worked at Bencomatic, and him being like, he still feels like 19 inside, whatever. And I was like, yeah, right. Like that's insane. Like he was like an old man.
Not everyone's like that though, right?
What?
Not everyone's like that, I don't think.
Like 19, like feel like you're the same age. And then I was like, yeah, right. But then, yeah, I like when I see teenagers or whatever, I'm like, yeah, I totally, like I feel ancient. Like they're probably looking at me thinking, this old lady.
I don't feel that ancient until I'm like, well, I graduated 15 years ago and these kids are 16 years old.
Yeah.
I'm like, I literally, their age, was how long ago I graduated. But like if we're hanging out with people and there's some teenage kids there, like some guys, you know, throwing around a frisbee or something, and there's all the parents sitting there getting fat, talking. Like I'll always go, well, you've seen it. I don't sit around and chat. I'm like, I'm going to go do whatever, play frisbee, throw a football, do all this stuff. I'm not sitting there talking if somebody else is being active. Like, let's go be active. Like, that's where I think, like, I don't think everyone feels like they're young. I feel like I'm young. Like
I feel like I'm young.
I don't think, like, no, and I'm only 32, so I am young, but like, no 19-year-old kid is going to beat me at something unless they're like really good at it. You know what I mean? Like if they're like really good at hockey, yeah, they'll beat me at hockey. Or they're really good at biking, they'll beat me at it. But like If it's just pure strength and endurance and
I am
speed,
better than them all.
Yeah, I am not. I'll keep up or beat any of them in that aspect. Like I am young. I am still super young.
Yeah.
And I love it. And I love doing activity. I don't like why do people think they're old when they're in their 30s? I remember when I was in my 20s and had a 32-year-old guy working for me. Oh, it's starting to get old, body's starting to get sore. What is wrong with you? You're 32. Like, I thought it was ridiculous. And I actually was like, this guy is old. He's 32. I was like 24 or 5 whenever we first moved here.
25 maybe, I don't remember.
I was 24 or 25 years old. And this guy's whining about being 32. Now I'm 32 and I'm younger than I was when I was 25. Mm-hmm. My Whoop says I'm 27. I didn't do enough workouts this week.
So
I'm going to be at 0 anti-aging this week.
Oh no. Well, but remember looking at 30-year-olds when you were 19 and thinking like, wow, like they're not that they're old, but they're like, it's getting up there. And
I remember looking at grade 12s when I was in grade 10 thinking that they're up there.
Yeah, and thinking like, oh, when you're 30, you like have it together.
I don't know if I've ever thought that.
Oh, I did. Like your life, like you're settled and your life is just going so smoothly along.
Well, we look like we have it together.
Yeah.
Look at us. We have a podcast. And a cat.
A cat. I hate to break it to you, we do not have it together. No, but it's just like it looks.
Depends what it is.
Yeah, I guess. But just like, oh wow, I'm there and we don't own a house. Just kidding. I don't care about that not so much, but
I don't care about that at all. I look forward to being 60. I think that's when life starts to get exciting. I think 60 years old, that's when you start hitting stride.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I do not look forward to 60.
Really? Oh man, I think about it and I'm like, oh yeah, 60 is going to be sick. 67. 67.
Oh my goodness. So weird.
That's funny. You look at some of these guys at the career fair and you're like, 60 don't look that great, but 60 looks really good if you look at the right
Some
people
that are 60 look really good.
Grant Cardone's like 67 or something.
Mm-hmm, which I wouldn't have guessed.
The dude's in the best shape of his life. Mm-hmm. 6-pack.
Yeah, it depends on how you look after yourself. I saw this video the other day.
What's that?
I saw a video the other day and it was like an advertisement, I think, for working out, or I don't know what it was exactly, or for like a program, but it was this old video of this old lady and she was like coming into the house. It was like her daughter was videoing her or whatever, and she looked like an old lady, and then she started working out and she looked like 10 years younger.
Really?
Like than in the video. She was like shuffling, kind of like shuffling in like old people, really hunched over, and then in the video she was like, the after video, she like just started working out and she looked at least 10 years younger.
Like, what do you mean? She was shuffling in like that and then 2 minutes later she's working out and just, or
no,
you
it
mean
was like an old video.
She was like
and she
old and then she started to exercise and like a year later she was in good shape.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
And like she could go for walks and was like, yeah, like she aged backwards.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just from working out.
I mean, I've been aging backwards.
She was probably
in
her 70s, looked like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Working out, you don't use it, you lose it, right? Yeah. Your body. That's what I told the kids today. I'm like, people go to they hate their job. They're working for retirement. They retire. They live for a couple of years, golfing. They kind of get sick of that. Their body's like, oh, you have no purpose. They get sick. They live sick for a couple more years and then they die. Mm-hmm. And you worked your whole life for those couple of years where you're golfing and you're bored out of your tree. You're pretending it's fun. Then you're sick for a couple of them and then you're dead. Mm-hmm. And that's what you lived your whole life for. Whining and moaning and complaining about your boss, your job, your coworkers, and your wife. Crazy. And then you retire and life ends. Mm-hmm.
Well,
you gotta enjoy every day. I love it.
In that video, it's like someone doing squats. It was like probably someone in their 40s, 50s, and it's like it looks like you're just doing squats, but this is going to help you get off the toilet in 20 years. Anyway, they just like had a bunch of. Anyway, it looked really cool.
Yeah, exactly.
It was like really cool.
Well, there's a 70-year-old dude that works out at the gym in Enderby. And I told him, man, I hope I'm showing. He's like, calls me one of the muscle guys or something. I forget what he calls me.
Does that
And
make you feel good?
yeah,
Walk
just
a
because I'm
little
there, I'm
straighter?
regular there, right? And he is too. I'm like, yeah, I hope I'm a regular here when I'm your age. He's I mean, probably not at Enderby Gym when I'm 70, but he's 70 years old and really fit. There's a few older fellas that go there, and quite a few, but he's probably one of the oldest in his 70s at the gym. How sick would it be to have a grandpa that's 70 and goes to the gym? Mm-hmm. Mine
It's crazy.
could barely move. Like, imagine if my grandpa had exercised.
Well,
He might even still be alive.
yeah, I saw another video that said, like, this is the first generation. I don't know, like, I didn't fact check this, but like thinking about it makes sense. The first generation of women that are getting older, like are age 40, 50, that have lifted weights. Like before that, women did not lift heavy weight.
Yeah, kind of.
You know what I mean?
But you're also looking at it very limited because there was only one or two generations, like your parents and maybe your grandparents, that had a sedentary, easy life. And then before that, they worked their butts off and they actually worked until they were dead, and they were probably stayed younger.
Yeah.
So that's not very accurate, but like, yeah, they didn't
No,
lift
but
weights
for
like
the
two
first-
generations ago, but they were out tilling their garden and
Yeah.
chopping firewood.
But as far
or
as
whatever.
like we can see backwards or whatever.
Yeah, like we're coming from families that lived in the lived that sedentary. How do you say that word?
Sedentary?
Sedentary, whatever it is. You know, and eating TV dinners and just life super easy. You're lazy. You sit around. You don't do anything, and they all get flabby bingo wings under their arms, and
we're getting out of that.
And they all live a very miserable last 20 years of their life, like in very
So
20 years. Like look at some of your grandparents. Like dying for 20 years. You think they're going to die every couple of years for 20 years.
Yeah, like my grandfather was, like, felt like he was dying my whole life.
Yeah.
Which is
probably never
really
exercised in his life.
Yeah, he walked quite a bit.
Walking's good. But I think you have to do strength workouts.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. He also had manual labor jobs. So, but also heart disease in your family.
But also
anyway,
diet. Look at diet too. Like, people are now becoming so much more aware. There was two generations of people that just ate like crap. Mm-hmm. One for sure, and probably a second. Like, grandparents probably didn't eat quite as bad as like your parents ate.
No.
Your parents' generation or my parents' generation. But generally, like, there was one full generation, and parts on either end. There's still people in our generation eating like crap, and there's people that were old that were eating like crap that eat terrible, like the exact opposite of what's going to give you a healthy body and contribute to your longevity and your general well-being and like health for talking about health for the, you know, why live the final, you don't want to live longer in your health.
No.
And a lot of people do. They live longer than their health ends, and they go 20 years going to the hospital every couple weeks, taking drugs, all this crap. That's part of the problem. They're taking stupid drugs. Doctors trying to get my dad on drugs for his heart.
Really?
He did the research. All you got to do is change your diet. Boom, you don't have to worry about it anymore. But the doctor wants to get him on these drugs that have a list of side effects so long you can't even remember the first one by the time you get to the end.
You'd rather have the heart attack than any of the side
100%. Heart attacks quick at least, rather than 20 years of dying. Yeah. Anyway, that's good. Thanks for watching this show. Hey, if you ever want to be on the show, you want to talk about health, wealth.
Come sit on Duncan's lap.
Way to say it. Homeschool, health, wealth, or anything else. You can come sit right between us, or we can set it up different. But we'd love to have you. And jump in the comments. Let us know what you thought about this episode. I feel like this was a banger compared to a lot of them. Higher energy, really good.
Yeah, Duncan needs to go to a show before every episode.
Because it's late. It's like 10 o'clock at night. I should be long in bed.
Yeah,
I'm going to get another 6 hours sleep.
8:30.
I just can't catch up to my sleep. My Whoop says I should have 10 hours of sleep by now, and I'm getting 6 every night. But got to do what you got to do. Young, and we got energy. So, vitality of the youth. Let's go. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to share it, subscribe, like, comment, do whatever you got to do. Let's get some engagement on this. Love to conversate with you, whatever that means.
Is that a word? Conversate.